Hi viewers, today we are going to discuss the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions which are known as antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity. Type 2 hypersensitivity reactions are mediated by IgG and IgM antibodies binding to specific cells or tissues. Thus, damage caused is restricted to the specific cells or tissues bearing the antigens. Binding of the specific antibody directed to an antigen on the surface of a cell produces damage to that cell through the variety of mechanisms. These mechanisms involve either the complete complement system and eventual lysis of the cell or opsonic effects mediated by receptors for Fc or C3b. This leads to phagocytosis and destruction of the cell by macrophages and neutrophils which have on their surface receptors for Fc or C3b. Here, the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions involves IgG or IgM kind of antibodies. They induce damage to self cells, otherwise cell surface or matrix antigen. Either IgG or IgM is made against normal self antigens, that is failure in the immune tolerance, or a foreign antigen resembling some molecule on the surface of the host cells enter the body, and IgG or IgM made against that antigen then cross reacts with the host cell antibodies against the drugs. Immune process involved classical complement pathway, phagocytosis via FcR and complement receptor, ADCC, that is antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity via natural killer cells or eosinophils. Many autoimmune diseases results from type 2 hypersensitivity generated by autoantibodies. Let us see the mechanisms behind the type 2 hypersensitivity damage. Type 2 hypersensitivity may be done through the cells engage their targets using crystallizable fragment of the antibody, that is Fc, and C3, this is the protein from the complement system, C3 receptors. Otherwise, cells damage targets by exocytosis process. These two are done. Here, if you observe the first one, cells engage their targets by using the Fc and the C3 receptors. In type 2 antibody directed against cell surface antigens interact with complement and a variety of effector cells to bring about damage to the target cells. Once the antibody has attached itself to the surface of the cell, it can bind and activate complement component C1 with the following consequences. Complement fragments C3a and C5a generated by activation of complement attract macrophages to the site and also stimulate mast cells and basophils to produce chemokines that attract and activate other effector cells. The classical complement pathway and activation loop leads to the deposition of C3b, C3bi and C3d on the target cell membrane. The classical complement pathway and lytic pathway result in the production of the C5b9 membrane attack complex and insertion of the complex into the target cell membrane. Whereas if you see the cells damage targets by exocytosis. The mechanism by which neutrophils and macrophages damage target cells in type 2 hypersensitivity reactions reflect their normal methods of dealing with pathogens. Normally, pathogens internalized and interfere with the metabolism. If the target is too large to be phagocytosed, The granule and lysosome contents are released in opposition to the sensitized target in a process referred to as the exocytosis. In this process, activation of the phagocyte result in the production of reactive oxygen intermediates. Activation of the phospholipase leads to synthesis of prostaglandins and leukotrienes. By this, the target tissue get damaged. Here you can observe the IgG antibody mediated cytotoxicity ADCC. Here this is the target cell and these cytotoxins are produced by the natural killer cell. These are the Fc receptor for Ig, this is the IgG or IgM, and interact with the surface antigens upon the target cell, then thereby they kill the target cell. So here we will see these are the antibody IgG, here complement activation, and here it is opsonization followed by the phagocytosis due to the C3b receptor and Fc receptor on phagocytes and the other cells. Here you can see there are the different kinds of mechanisms. Killing of target cell by effector macrophage or natural killer cell. Killing of target cell by complement mediated lysis. And here receptor specific autoantibody interferes with the signal transduction. These are the mechanisms of the type 2. And the best examples of the type 2 hypersensitivity is antibody mediated cytotoxic hypersensitivities or the incompatible blood transfusion where the recipient becomes sensitized to antigens on the surface of the donor's erythrocytes, and Rh incompatibility, blood transfusion and Rh incompatibility are the best examples of the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions. Coming to the blood transfusion reactions. A blood group system consists of a gene locus that specifies an antigen on the surface of blood cells or RBC. In the ABO system of blood grouping, there are 4 phenotypes A, B, AB and O. A, B, AB and O. So there are 4 possible blood groups. An individual with a particular blood group can recognize erythrocytes carrying allogenic blood group, that is non-self blood group antigens, and will produce antibodies against to them. People with type O blood group have IgM, anti-A, anti-B antibodies which can react with the A and B blood groups. If such a person were to be transferred with A group red cells, the immediate consequences could be RBC destruction. Since there is a considerable amount of IgM anti-A antibody in this person's circulation, all the transfused type A red cells will bind some antibody because of the efficiency of IgM antibody in activating complement. And because of the absence of repair mechanisms, red cells will be lysed intravascularly by the destructive action of complement on their membranes. Not only does this nullify the desirable effects of the transfusion, the individual is also faced with the risk of kidney damage from blockage by large quantities of red cell membrane, plus the possible toxic effects from the release of the heme complex. So that indicates that whenever you transfuse other than similar blood group, then thereby it leads to the agglutination reactions, and that is nothing but the incompatibility blood transfusion. Here we will see type A donor, type B donor, and type A antigen, anti-A antibody, and here there is a donated type A blood with type A antigens enter bloodstream of type B recipient. Anti-A antibodies in plasma of type B recipient bind to donate type A red blood cells. Here, bound anti-A antibodies activate complement cascade causing hemolysis and release of hemoglobin. And coming to the Rh incompatibility, where we will also call it as the hemolytic disease of newborn HDNB or otherwise erythroblastosis fetalis. That is nothing but the Rh incompatibility. Hemolytic disease of newborn occurs when the mother has been sensitized to antigens on the infant's erythrocytes and making IgG antibodies to the infant antigens. During the next pregnancy, these antibodies cross the placenta and react with the fetal erythrocytes, causing their destruction. Rhesus D, RHD, is the most common antigen. Rh positive child born to a Rh negative mother. Child releases some of its RBC into the mother's circulation during the birth. Thereby, the mother is sufficiently immunized to produce anti-Rh antibody of IgG isotype. Only the IgG isotype antibody is capable of crossing the placenta. Thus, in subsequent pregnancies, when the anti-Rh antibody IgG have crossed the placenta, they bind to Rh antigen on the red cells of the fetus. The antibody coated cells are readily destroyed by the opsonic effect of the Fc portion of the IgG, which interact with the receptors for the Fc on the phagocytic cells of the reticuloendothelial system. The result is progressive destruction of fetus or newborn red cells. This phenomenon is also known as the erythroblastosis fetalis, or we may also call it as the HDNB, hemolytic disease of newborn. These are the best examples of the type 2 hypersensitivity reactions, the incompatibility blood transfusion and the Rh incompatibility. Thank you one and all.